Let's go!
Yes, sir. Let's do it, baby.
It's part 2 of our DRAKE MAYE versus the Dolphins film study. Part 1 will be linked down below. And we pick it up here in the second half. Play action fake there. You're down 24-0. Trying to get some momentum going. And at the end, I'll give you an honest grade of DRAKE MAYE. The protection is fine. It's not the cleanest, but there is a pocket to throw this football, and you check it down, and they actually do end up throwing a holding penalty here. I don't know how much of a hold this was. We'll take a look at the end zone angle, but this is not good from DRAKE MAYE. So right here, this dig to Kayshon does open up, and honestly, this is not a bad option, but man, this is there. Now look at this. I thought Drake and Kendrick were beefing. Mr. May, cross-field throw from the opposite hash, on time, upfield shoulder. You got to love it. DRAKE MAYE, a heavy heart right now because the Mac will not be returning in North Carolina. Here we go. Third down. I actually don't remember this play at all. I do know he converts it according to my sheet here. My God. Okay, now I do remember this play. Dear freaking Lord. The playmaking ability is just out of this world. 4-man rush, and once again, there is a lot of pressure. Okay, Calais Campbell, you see why he's an all-pro, Walter Payton Man of the Year. He actually makes a bad decision. So they're running a twist here with the end going to the inside, or at least I think it's a twist. And if it was, Calais Campbell actually has contained, but instead he decides to go back to the inside, and DRAKE MAYE breaks the pocket. All right, now let's take a look at the route concepts here, and let's see if anything was open. No, nothing is open right here at all for the first down, and he doesn't want the check down here, so he rolls out, makes him miss, and you'll see he doesn't want to throw this. He waits for someone to get into this window right here, and that is exactly what happens. He finds Kendrick Bourne. Look at this jumping pass. My goodness gracious, Drake, while getting crushed. Bam. I mean, y'all, that's all right, so I like a quarterback that can extend the play, but then play within the framework of the offense on the very next play. Good, quick football, and obviously this helps with your protection. Just hit your really good tight end on his upfield shoulder. Play quickly. The quicker you play, the easier it is for the receiver to turn upfield. Another penalty sets the Patriots back. It's 1st and 20, and man, they do a good job, right? Obviously here, you just want to pick up some yards to get something going. So now it's 2nd and 17. Obviously 3 yards. So 2nd and Wellesley. And boy, this is actually not bad quarterbacking. You'll see that they're actually running all verts. And the benefit of running all verts is, number one, if you have a rush lane, you can rush for a lot of yards if they're playing man coverage underneath. And number two, if your running back leaks, you can get a one-on-one with the running back versus a backer. And you can see, once again, there's still some pressure. If you're able to wait and get this football here, I mean, this could be a big gain. But Drake just decides to throw a back shoulder here to live to fight another down. All right, so Patriots try a trick play here on 3rd and 17. I never quite understand doing this. Okay, you're down 24-0. Why burn this play? Okay, it's not anything truly revolutionary, and there is a lot of pressure. The Patriots missed this cut block, and this ball does die. I don't know if that's the best effort ever right there from Madre. All right, Patriots get the ball back, and let's see. My goodness. This is so insanely creative right here from DRAKE MAYE. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you just want to hit your underneaths right here in a clean pocket. I totally get it. I mean, there was a play where Caleb Williams should have just hit his hot into the flat, and he made a ridiculous throw. And this is where he should have just hit the check down to get the drive started. But he extends, and look at the creative throw to put this behind Pop so he could turn this way, and then he breaks a tackle. Obviously, Pop, the Patriots' best receiver. Okay, so it's first down. You have some momentum. Can you get something going? All right, you try and run a screen, and it's not run well at all. Okay, Madre trips, so Maye at this point has to run. This is really, really, really good football IQ because you're worried that these linemen are going to release. They actually didn't end up releasing, so he could have actually thrown this, but he doesn't know that. So he runs and actually turns this into something. All right, so we get to this second down, and Drake Maye sees a slot corner blitz coming. I don't know if I see another quarterback hand the football off. Not with their left hand in this spot. It's with his right, which obviously is interesting. Sets up third down. Okay, third and short, and disaster strikes. Obviously, this is the worst play of Drake Maye's game, and this is just a disaster. So this end drops out. Now you have a 4-eye going up against a tackle, and there is a blitzer right here. Okay, so tackle really, I mean, this is a tough block, but you need to do better in this spot. And Maye is just locked into the trips side. And the funny thing about it is we've talked about this quite a bit in our other film studies. Trips bunch has been really good this year in the NFL. The thing is this is very complicated. I mean, very complicated. I don't think a rookie quarterback is going to be able to figure this out. So this is rookie Chop Robinson, who had been abusing the Patriots off the edge. So watch what happens to the trips bunch. He, instead of rushing, actually turns and walls off everything over the middle. And instead of this being a pre-snap 3v3, thinking that you have man coverage right here, this ends up being a 4v3. Okay, so he drops out. Ramsey on a, well, not Ramsey, it's someone else. He's on a blitz. And look, everything is walled off. So pre-snap, Drake probably thought that this was going to be open to Kayshon, but you see an end is guarding Kayshon right here. And then you have Pop Douglas running behind it. The end, once again, this is a defensive end. Chop Robinson is then able to turn and get in this window. Okay, then this deep out to Bourne was open, but you get back to the protection and the 4-eye, the inside shoulder of the tackle has so much pressure. So Drake is just locked in trying to sort all that out, and he's got no shot. But he is athletic enough to still get away from this, right? You got to have better ball security. He can't spin out. One move that works oftentimes in this situation is if you spin your back out and sprint and then reset. The hard part about that is there's no receivers to the left side when you do that. So he tries to do this backward pirouette thing, and he loses the ball, and it's a strip sack going the other way. I want to show you this play full speed from the end zone angle, all right? Pre-snap, if I'm looking at this, I like anything over the middle, especially if this A-gap blitzer's coming, but you never think the rookie freak in Chop Robinson out of Penn State's going to be right there. Penn State just produces those dudes like nothing, and they never make a playoff. All right, so we get to this play action, little RPO action, and this linebacker deoccupies the space. You have Pop Douglas, your best guy, on the end breaker right here. Good quick stuff. Protection, obviously can't break down. But the one thing I like about Pop was how many tackles he broke in this game. It's a good job falling forward for a few extra yards. All right, so same drive, 50-yard line, and let's slow it down, okay? Patriots are running smash here. There is a stop, and you also have a flat route, and then you have a corner here from Hunter Henry into the boundary, okay? So Drake Maye's reading this corner. If the corner comes down on Antonio Gibson, you throw this, okay? So you'll see that Drake Maye decides here to throw the football to Hunter Henry, and this process is a little jumpy, okay? You see his footwork is very choppy, and then it's like this little running throw. QB mechanic experts, let me know what you guys think about this. And it's a little late. Hunter Henry still should catch this, but the DB does come in and make a really good play on the football. All right, so 3rd and 9. Once again, it just depends on how this is coached. I don't know at Mayo. You got to let him know that he's got 2 downs to pick up these yards because you're down by 31. Okay, and the Patriots actually tried to run this a little bit earlier, pretty much at the exact same portion of the field, verticals on the outside, and allow your running back to have a one-on-one matchup versus the linebacker. And you'll see Drake Maye does a really, really, really good job right here. And this might just be who he is as a quarterback, this kind of running, jumping kind of motion. You know, Mahomes does this, and I understand there's not a lot of QB experts that like him drifting back. That was a big knock on him in college. But whatever the case may be, this is a good pocket. He kind of drifted himself into some pressure. He still has the arm strength to get this football to Henry for the first down, right? Obviously, all of that can be cleaner, okay? And look, you'll see that this time the protection is indeed good, okay? So this is your pocket, climb it, and he does still pick up the first down. Good stuff. So Drake Maye takes a sack here. Once again, if you're up by 31, you can get so exotic while playing soft on the back end because you know they have to score, and they actually have just the perfect call for this. Okay, they have a linebacker underneath your underneath route, and everything, honestly, is just covered. I mean, this is just a ridiculous call versus this. Now, in a perfect world, you'll like this running back to fan out, but, I mean, that is such a deep blitz right there from Jalen Ramsey, and there's no getting out of that. Bad sack. Obviously, you don't want to take those. 3rd down, same thing. Let your quarterback know you don't have to pick up all the yards, but also don't run all verts, okay? Don't run all verts. This is way too difficult. You're not going to pick up all these yards. And obviously, with this all vert concept, actually, let's take a look at the protection. We'll come back to the actual routes. And once again, it's Chop Robinson just dominating, okay? Now, is there a way for Drake Maye to step up into this? I mean, these drops are so deep. I understand you're running deep vertical concepts, but, man, that does help out the rusher. And you see what I'm talking about here? It's practically the same thing, the same route that we had been seeing. Verticals and then a running back option route over the middle. Everything is just covered. And you'll see that Kayshon gets called for an OPI right here. Now we say the best for last. It is 4th and Davis square. And honestly, I don't think this was his best throw. This is one that's going viral. I think that 3rd down completion to Kendrick. And by the way, a good month for Kendricks, right? It's Chop, but still, I thought that throw was better than this one. Chop Robinson, again, lucky enough, the white hat does not call holding here. I've seen it called before, but part of why they're lenient on holding is on rip moves, they let tackles get away with a little bit more. Now, there is no pocket for Drake Maye to step up into because the Patriots still cannot block a twist to save their life. So there's just nothing going here. What does Drake Maye do? Well, it's a scramble drill. And honestly, everything is covered on this 4th down. You can't throw this to Kayshon because he's never picking up all these yards. And Austin Hooper, good job on the scramble drill. You could see he's looking at the linebacker, and then he goes upfield, and then the DBs run into each other, and Hooper is able to go right here for the touchdown. Okay? Now, we could get into a conversation about Drake's performance in this game. Lots of rookie mistakes, and there are plenty of people that are going to criticize this man's footwork. Alrighty, I want to help you build your Drake Maye rookie card collection. I am a strategist for the NoOffSeason.com network. I do a weekly show every Tuesday at noon Eastern, breaking down all things football cards. So let's talk about this red Pandora rated rookie. You see Drake Maye's prices hovering around that $50 range. Now, once again, you can go to this link below. Last week's show, I told every single person that would listen to take a look at Drake Maye's cards and not just focus in on the hotshot rookies right now, my dear beloved Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. All right, we'll get to Bo in just a second. His cards also went up. But let's focus on Drake Maye. 3, 2, 1, bang! Remember that card going for 50? After getting shellacked, after getting beat by the Dolphins, it went up to 75.80. Also notice Drake Maye's cards, Bo Nix's cards have gone up, and Jaden Daniels' cards have kind of, sort of flattened out. I felt it did hit a peak, and I rarely miss. I like to consider myself a pretty experienced analyst. If you want a one-on-one consultation, hit me up at Card of the Power on Twitter or go to nooffseason.com for 1 month free. Let's go. But everyone knew going into the process, he was raw, right? And the fact that he's producing at this level is insane. And look, I get a lot wrong. The one thing I was right about was I'm a little shocked the Patriots just didn't play him from day one. I understand with the offensive line being as bad as it is, but he's still freaking producing, and stuff like this makes me excited for the future. Let me know. Do you think he's the best rookie quarterback? Comment below. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. And tonight, we're doing chatter.